The fourth, part 2. Itona holds out a sparkler with a grimace. You watch him, rolling your eyes every time he winces at the firework in his hand. You've tried having fun with the others and ignoring him, but you couldn't help every time you glanced back over at him and his expression was anything other than happy. The fourth is supposed to be exciting, and you were camping right in front of a swimmable lake. If Itona never goes in the damn water, you swear. That's it. You've had enough. You march over to him, your friends not passing you a second glance as you do so. Itona had given up and was now sitting on a small rock, drawing in the dry dirt with his running out sparkler. You step in front of him and snatch the disintegrating stick from his hand, throwing it and smashing it under your foot. Itona stands in a what-the-hell manner, face twisted with something between anger and annoyance. You reveled in the fact that only yourself could bring out this side to Itona. It filled you with some sick joy that you should be concerned about, but are conveniently not. What the hell is wrong with you? No, what the hell is wrong with you? You shout, poking him in the chest. It's the 4th of July, and you're over here, alone, might I add, looking like you'd rather be anywhere else. That's rich, coming from you, he says, shoving past you with his shoulder. Is it? You question, genuinely confused and a bit outraged. He turns around and rolls his eyes. Are you sure you're not projecting your feelings? Look, if you came over here to start something, then leave me alone. You're so childish sometimes. You scoff because the audacity this man had was astounding. Oh, I'm childish. The sky had gone completely dark. Now the only thing that lit your surroundings were the stars, the moon, and the fireworks everyone kept setting off. What about the time at the bowling alley, or when we went to Universal and you pretended to accidentally spill buttermilk on me? I'm going to bed. Tell the others for me, will you? He started toward the tent, but you would not be letting him get away so easily. You marched forward and grabbed the back of his shirt, pulling him senselessly back. He turned with a kind of speed you'd never seen before, grabbing your wrist from behind him and twirling you, pulling you into his chest. It was like a dance you'd performed multiple times before, only you'd never spun that way before. His breath was on your neck, and you suddenly couldn't breathe. What's wrong? Where'd all that courage go? Angrily, you moved against him, attempting to pull away or hurt him in some kind of manner, but he only laughed. You've never been any match for Rhea, let alone me. You're such an ass. You whined, giving up. He let you go. You're just mad. Then he turned and stalked off toward your tent. You huffed, noticing the lingering feeling of his touch, his hold. You shivered. What the hell was that? You mumbled. Itona's going to bed early? Nagisa asked, walking up from behind you. Huh? Only when you turned to look at Nagisa did you realize you'd been watching Itona. You shook the weird jitters he'd left on you off. Yeah, I guess. Come on, Kaino yelled, jumping up and down. Karma's gonna light the big one over the lake. You and Nagisa gave each other a look, and then you were standing in front of Karma with Ryo, Nagisa, and Kaino. By the time you'd gotten back to your tent, you were sure Itona had to have been asleep. Alas, there was a light on, and when you unzipped your tent, you spotted Itona sitting upward in his blow-up bed. You gasped aloud. It was a sight you never thought you'd see. Itona was wearing glasses, as in prescribed glasses. His bluish hair looked messy, like he'd run his hands through it multiple times. He had tiny purple bags under his eyes, and when you sat down to take your shoes off, you noticed the book in his hands. Is that the same book from before? You call, sitting in your blow-up bed. Oh, are we on speaking terms again? You rolled your eyes. I wasn't aware we'd ever been off. Well, the stunt you pulled an hour ago. He checked the watch he'd had laying on his bag near his bed. Definitely made it seem that way. You clicked your tongue. Another idiotic assumption. Itona, you're on a roll today. Whatever, just be quiet. I'm going to read for another hour. You scoffed. No, you're not. I'm going to sleep, so the light needs to be out. You begin changing into your pajamas. Hello, he says. My eyes. Don't look, you say, rolling yours. And if you do, you turn and wink. It looks just like a bathing suit. You hear his sigh throughout the tent as the other light in the other tents go out. Now turn this out. You walk, crawl, across the small tent, reaching over Itona's bed and Itona in the process. No. He grabs your wrist as it grabs the flashlight. Hey, I said. He tried to twist it out of your hand, but you ended up flicking it off and throwing it across the room. The moon lights a little bit of your face, but other than that, you're left in complete darkness. Ugh. Itona throws the blanket off him, pushing you off in the process, then setting his book aside. Excuse you? You whisper-shout. Itona makes an annoyed sound, grunting as he gets down on his knees to find the flashlight. See what you did? You pull yourself up, crisscrossing your legs, unsure of what to say. Well, aren't you going to help? Itona breaks the silence. You huff, puffing out your cheek. If I help, will you go to sleep? No promises. Then no. You scoff. You're such a brat. He bites as you get on all fours, feeling around for the stupid flashlight. You click your tongue again and shake your head, though he can't see you. You've already used that this trip. You can't reuse insults. Itona, you assume the heavy muscular chest leaning over you is your frenemy, sort of hugs you from behind, while you're on the floor, I might add, so just picture that for a moment, will you? Done? What are you doing? You stiffen, unsure of what to do. Itona huffs out, his breath crisp on your neck, and just as hot as the last time he'd reached over you. Getting our light back. And sure enough, just as he said that, the light from the flashlight flicks back on, shining right in your face. You push it away, pulling him forward unconsciously. He grunts. Well, move, you shout. Shh. He shushes you. You shush. You're so difficult. Oh, look who's being creative now. Just shut up, then get off of me. You whisper-shout, backing up into him. My balls! He careens sideways onto your bed, dropping the flashlight. You cover your mouth, holding in your laughter. Itona glares at you from your bed. You stand, picking up the flashlight with you and shining it at his face. He squints, blocking his view with his arms. Are you insane? Just a little. You giggle. Itona sighs, grabbing his crotch and pressing his face into your blankets. If only I had my phone. You sigh, taking in the sight. Hey, what happened to your glasses? He pinches the corners of his nose, propping himself up as much as he can. They must have fallen off. You sigh, setting the flashlight aside. Fine. You begin searching for the glasses, letting Itona watch you up on your bed. He's quiet, and so are you. You do not want to get into why you're helping him, nor why you haven't yelled at him to stay off your bed and get his cooties off your things. Bingo. You whisper-shout. You stand, sliding Itona a smug grin. He holds his hand out to take it from you, but you swerve him and lean closer, sliding them onto his face. While he's frozen for a moment, you run your hands through his hair, pushing it out of his face. I've always thought you looked hot with messy hair. You slide out from under his arms. All right, now get up. I really am tired. Itona does so with a dazed look in his eyes. What? You chuckle, kicking him into his bed. You look like a zombie. You just called me sexy, he says, a smile in his voice. No, I didn't. I said messy hair is sexy. He turns around and points at you, a smug smile now on his face. No. He walks forward, leaning so close you fall back onto your bed to get away. You look up at him, and though he isn't physically pinning you to your bed, his expression is, you called me sexy. You said my hair is sexy. Admit it. You shake your head as much as you can. No way. You try to laugh it off. Itona raises an eyebrow. His eyes flicker down to your lips. You lick them and his eyes flicker back up to your eyes. His smile saying everything you shouldn't be thinking. You gulp and Itona's eyes travel down to your throat. Hey! You smack his chest with both hands. Eyes up here, loser. He meets your eyes, but only for a moment before kissing you. You gasp, your heart picking up speed, just as you close your eyes and lean into the kiss. Itona pulls away. He watches your every move. Your eyes are clouded over with want, or something of the sort. I knew you wanted me. You grab your pillow and smack him with it. You idiot! Him walking away is the last thing you see before he shuts off the flashlight. His chuckle is the last thing you hear. Wow, so this really was a long one. I didn't mean for it to be so long. Anyways, I kind of want to write another, series. I want to do another series. But, so I was talking with, one of you guys earlier. Not earlier, but like a month or two ago, about another karma series, and I don't know how the rest of you would feel about that. So, what would you feel about bringing karma back? And then there is another one of you guys who messaged me and asked to write a bachata series, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then they switched it to a Nagi Seishiro. Is that his name? Seishiro? I think so, right? Series. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna send me the link when they finish the story. But for the time being, I would like to know you guys' thoughts on bringing, first of all, karma back and doing another series. Because I know I said I wasn't going to do another series until summer, but I fly out the 11th, and today is the 7th. So I fly out Sunday, yay, or Sunday for, I'm guessing, everybody on the western side of America. Anyways, yeah. Have a good day, have a good afternoon, have a good evening whenever you are, and I will see you guys later today or tomorrow, because I do kind of want to post another one. Anyways, goodbye everyone.